Trump's speeches are effective. And a speech's end goal is to transmit a message. And in this regard, Trump excels. In his announcement of candidacy he made last July, it was a 33-minute read, I would know, a 6,517 words in length document. Trump discusses many topics, from America's inferiority in the global political scene to Mexican rapists flooding in. But fear not, they're good people, he assumes. But when one looks at what his words actually contain and their greater message, we see something equally impressive and terrifying. And unfortunately, unlike similar problems Trump presents, this one cannot be solved by two flushes. All of the 6,517 words that tie-wearing grapefruit weight uses, 4,329 of which, or 66% of the speech, are monosyllabic, a word I assume he would stumble with. When it comes to words that are 3 or less characters, Trump hits 2,813 words, or 43% of his speech. And when he uses words that are on the opposite end, the 7 or more characters, it's a measly 1,011 words, or 15% of the speech. The Boston Globe, using the Flesch-Kincaid calculation, determined the reading comprehension of Donald Trump to be on average at the 4th grade reading level. He knows how to sell an idea. Understanding that he doesn't need to say something intelligent about the issues, he just needs to connect to you, the audience. The best salesman doesn't need to know his product, he just needs to know the customer. Reading his speech is maddening, as he continually repeats phrases, cuts himself off, and starts new tangents. His speech is barely coherent, and he offers no sources other than a friend of mine, or nameless reports. He once stated in his speech, "I have a friend who's a doctor, and he said to me the other day, 'Donald, I've never seen anything like it. I have more accountants than I have nurses. It's a disaster.'" Who is this friend? Are they really friends? Is he really a doctor? Or is this just a Rachel and Ross sort of relationship here? All this leads to a confusing mess that he uses to blanket complex ideas into simple, ready-to-eat, bite-sized statements that anyone can understand. Anyone, even Trump, who's clearly not a lizardman stuffed in a skin suit, can understand emotions, and he utilizes this to his advantage. Trump chooses to appeal to emotions because words are too hard. It's incredibly simple and effective, and it's been used all throughout history with great success. It is what allowed, for example, the Holocaust to be executed through roaring applause, and what allowed people to justify the enslavement of their peers. When you can get people to stop thinking and start feeling, you can make them do things they would normally never consider. Much of the responsibility of this scenario, unfortunately, lies with us, the audience and the public. As the voters, we have an obligation to ourselves and each other to vote informed. Consider the weight of the words that are being said, and consider what you truly want in a U.S. president. Understand the implications of their statements and what their plans mean, and not just the lines, "Me strong, me make America strong again."